There was always something hanging over my head. And that's the reality of teaching. The realization hit me today when I was coming back home from running errands, and I took a road that goes by the school that I worked at for 30 years. And as I saw the buses and as I saw the parking lots full, my heart rate went up. Because even though I loved my school, I loved teaching, my administration was great, I felt valued and respected, I just realized I was in a constant state of anxiety every day of the year, including weekends, holidays, and summers. As a teacher, there is never a time where you're really off, per se. Now, there are some teachers who walk out the last day of school, come in the first day of school, and wing it. Whatever. I'm not that person. So maybe a lot of this anxiety was me, but maybe you'll also relate to it. There is something to be said for standing up in front of, as a high school teacher, on my worst years, 150 kids a day. On my best years, 100 kids a day. And not only managing their behavior, their personalities, the flow of the class, but also making sure that everything was prepared correctly, that I could pivot really quickly if something went on in the class or personalities were clashing or a lesson didn't go as I wanted, and then making sure the other classes were on track with that, but then having a fire drill and having an active drill, and then maybe having a gas leak and we have to go to the middle school. Now 2 classes are out of line. How do I keep them in order? And then going through the whole day, not only in the classroom interacting with all those people, but then in my school of 1,500, going throughout the halls to get from one place to another, or on, cafeteria duty or something else, and interacting with all of those people as well. While I'm trying to think, do I have my afternoon classes, everything ready for them? It's your brain is constantly going. And it's always, do I have everything ready? Is everything prepared? Yeah, I think it is. Is it? I don't know. Where's that thing? I did it last week. It's constant. And I had 6 periods a day, and I taught 4 different types of classes. And I know elementary school teachers prep for many different types of classes every day, but it's not as common on high school or middle school. But I have 4 different classes in 6 periods. So that meant I had to prep the same amount of work for a class I taught 1 time a day, another class I taught 1 time a day, a class I taught twice a day, and another class I taught twice a day. Do I have all of those materials ready to go? Which class is coming in? Do I have everything set up for that? Oh, wait, now that's a different class. I didn't have 6 periods of the same thing. So again, maybe it's my anxiety level. But I think being around all those human beings on a daily basis for 7-8 hours, and then just being mentally exhausted by the end of the day. And I would always say, I'm going to stay and get my work done. I would maybe last 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, I have to get out of here. I have to have silence and just get out of here. And then I'd go home and I'd have work sitting there that I'd look at like, oh God, let me just get this. Well, can I wait till tomorrow? Constant. There was always something hanging over my head. And that's the reality of teaching. That's the reality of being like, is everything ready? Am I prepared? And now that I'm not a teacher, and I did that from 1992 to 2024, I plowed through it every year, and I loved teaching. But now that I've stepped back, I have a calm about me that I don't remember having because it's been so long. There's just an overall serenity where I'm not in a state of panic. And it wasn't overblown panic. It wasn't something that was debilitating. It was just there. It was always there. Sunday scaries, it would get worse. August was like a huge Sunday every year. It would get worse. But I would manage it. But it was always there. It was always stirring. And now I have calm. Would I be a teacher again? Absolutely. I loved it. But would I give up this type of calm now that I have it and I know what it is? Oof, that would be really tough.